pretty much replace an actual product that I'm paying for anyway. So let's just jump straight on into it. So quickly, if you're not familiar, Claude, obviously AI system software you can use with your business. So what you want to do here to get this on your Google Chrome extension, go down here to the bottom left. Hopefully you can see it there. Go to Get Apps and Extensions, and from there scroll down and you can click a link here where you can see install it on Chrome. Once you do that, that's it. You pretty much install it, log into it, you have complete access to it. So all we do then is we jump over here. This is my own Instagram page, and once you add the extension up here in the top right, all you have to do is open it up, and now Claude has complete access to this browser. You can get it to do whatever you want to do pretty much for you. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go through these. I'm not going to try and bore you with all the details, information. Again, I'm going to break it down inside my own community. If you're interested in joining, the link below is in the description, so make sure you join. And what we're going to do here first is I'm going to ask it to do something for me on this right hand side, and once it's doing that, I'm pretty much going to kind of go through what I've used it so far for. These can be some unique ways to obviously help you build up engagement, build up obviously your own business, but also could be a massive help for you for doing more research, deeper research and things like that. So all I'm going to do here is just going to ask it for find any posts in relation to AI marketing that have over 500 comments in it. Obviously, please, just in case. So, right, I'm going to hit that and see what happens. Again, I haven't tested this one, so we hit it. It should, if I drag myself out of there for a minute, let me try and see, will this work over here? So you can see here, it's giving me a plan. Instagram, take a screenshot to see the current state of the Instagram page, search for posts related to AI marketing, and pretty much browse the results. So we're going to accept this, and then what we're going to do is jump into what I've actually used it for so far. So first things first is we're going to go over here to my YouTube, and hopefully you can see that. You can see here, obviously, this is my long form content. Again, not an amazing about views. Some seem to get decent enough views for a low following count. So all I've done here is asked it to analyze, obviously, the entire page here for me. So it's giving me a breakdown of, obviously, my best performing content with thumbnails. Again, I'm trying to figure out exactly how the art of thumbnails here. So it's telling me pretty much what I can do here. It also goes into the breaking it down and what needs improving across everything. So you can see here straight away, several of your thumbnails are falling into this traps. Too much text, which I'm starting to agree with, obviously. Clutter layouts, automate anything style thumbnails have good bones, but sometimes try to say too much at once. And you can see that obviously in the content that I do. As I said, it's not amazing views for what I'm doing with them. Now, what else have we got? Again, your face disappears. 3 missing clear value prop thumbnails, like say 1,500 a week. I'm busy. Your channel covers AI tools, perfect, all that. So it goes into recommendations, what I should do per video. Again, I think this is useful to have, obviously, just to kind of, I suppose, data gather from what you're doing. So again, you can see the opportunity here for this is just basically having access to my YouTube dashboard. You can see what I should be looking at doing, and pretty much all I have to do is interact a bit more, and you can interact with your own data here, and I think that's key. So next, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump over to TikTok first, then we'll jump back to Instagram. And I thought I had it here, but I had it on my own website as well, whereas I've spotted pretty much a real obvious mistake, and simply for that reason alone, it's a massive benefit. So we jump over here to TikTok, and this now again, shout out to Will here. I have to use you as a test for this scenario here because I haven't enough comments on my own content. So again, if you don't follow me on TikTok, get over there, comment, like it, engage. So you can see here, I've asked it pretty much, could you look over the last 10 videos of his? I obviously decided to change it and stuff like that, but then I set it over here on the right. Just pick 2 videos, find 2 comments that pretty much have no reply to it, and from there just generate a reply for me. So it came along, it found the 2 comments basically here. Question from this user: is this how AI detectors check for AI? This is obviously a video, I think it's going back 2024. Then you have another one, AI tools I use and how much they cost every month. That's what he's talking about. And then this is the question, and these are the 2 answers that it generated for me. I've obviously put in the safeguard here of always confirm with me. You can obviously, if you decide to just let this run for an hour, you could let it run for an hour and I would go do it for you. But for me personally, I still want to have an input into it and making sure, you know, you're not damaging other people's accounts by just spamming a load of comments on it. Because I'd imagine this can go very wrong for you if you do treat it like that. And plus, look, there's no benefit to you. So I've done that. I've asked to do the two of them, and pretty much it has generated the two comments, posted them in. I probably won't be able to find them now. And this is the video, but obviously you can see obviously the amount of comments it's gotten 3,900 comments. I'm not going through them all to see where actually my comment came up, so I'm just hoping it might pop up there. No. So look, the two comments have come up on the video. I'll show you again in a minute, hopefully on another one, but you can see how quickly this could be a benefit to you, to your business, and I think this is probably the key thing I'm going to show in a minute. So the next case I used this was for, again, we jumped over to Instagram, and over here on Instagram I pretty much done a similar enough thing. So again, you could give it a list of accounts that you want to engage with. Let's say you have maybe 10 different accounts you want to engage with on a regular basis. You have the opportunity to do that if you want to, but for this scenario, I suppose what I done is I want you to search for the term related to small business marketing and find a post and leave a positive comment, or meant to be positive comment on the post. Just confirm with me the post again like normal. So again, I went through it, I found this post here, and pretty much I said, yeah, so this is such a great reminder, this is the comment, and I just said, yeah, please send that in, and pretty much you can see it there. This is the comment that went in. Again, this potentially is a good way, I suppose, to jump in on any kind of trend or, you know, post to have a lot of comments and engagement and stuff, and maybe conversations happening, just to, you know, dip your toe into it. Again, I wouldn't recommend just doing this, setting it and forgetting it and walking away. You need to manage this obviously as well, but you know, once you have a bit of control over it, I think that's key. And as I said, it is an absolute powerful, I think, way that we can use AI to our advantage. Obviously for social media, you can do the same. If I go to YouTube videos that might have hundreds of comments, I can just get it to go through the comments, see what's a positive one. I know people will say, look, you can always copy all the comments and bring them over to Notebook or wherever else and get all the comments from it, but it's just different ways to, I suppose, to make it much easier for people to actually interact and use AI. So again, we jump back over here to this one and find any posts in relation to AI marketing that have over 500 comments in it, please. And again, it's going through its finding posts. Pretty much we're waiting to see what happens here with this. Now obviously the big drain here is, could this become very heavy in terms of what you're using for credits? That's something that I have to keep an eye on. I suppose, I think for my own credits today, I'm still doing okay. The likes of this search could be extremely heavy for it. Now there's one thing I really want to kind of draw your attention to here, and what we're going to do here is jump back over here to Instagram. So again, let's say we're over on this account, Brock Johnson, over on Instagram Growth Coach. He has 873,000 followers. Let's say we want to do a bit more work with this. So we have an option here straight away. Any of these posts, we could go along to it, and you can see straight away. But now this is, I suppose, is potentially a way that you could probably get yourself banned, I'd imagine, off Instagram by doing this. But we're just going to ask it, can it do this? And from there, you know, I'm going to let you go off and do anything like that you're wanting to do. But again, showing you the potential power here for it. So if we see any of his posts here, so this one's 196 comments, I think it was, on it. So if I give you a post with comments, could you reply with a link or a DM to those comments? So again, if I give you a post with the comments, could you reply with a link or a DM to those comments? Again, just giving me two options. I'm not saying I'm going to do this, so yes, I can help it here. So again, if I share the post, so again, I'm just going to take this one and I'm going to give him the post. I can do it on your behalf. So sending them requires me to navigate to each commenter's profile and send a direct message. I can do this, but it's more time consuming. Again, bit of a problem there. I'll always show you the message. So again, there's a link. So maybe we can say, can you comment on all of these comments? My info. Again, don't do it unless I say it's okay. So we're going to pretty much say kind of do it. So it's going to navigate to the Instagram post, read and extract all comments, show you the list of comments and ask you what you want to reply with, wait for approval. Again, that's perfect. So it's picked the right post. As I said, now all it's doing is going around, go through the comments, and from there you have the opportunity of obviously automating this, that it can actually post and reply to all of these ones as well. Again, look, as I said, as I mentioned, I use a tool for ManyChat, which allows you to respond to DMs and stuff like that. We're very close now to having it in such a way that we can pretty much do this through the likes of AI and Claude. And the benefit of this is going to allow us to really save us obviously money, but maybe being a bit more unique with comments and replies and things like that. So look, it's going through the whole lot. It's going through all the comments from the page. You can see it's pretty much moved everything. It's scrolling down. It takes screenshots each time it kind of moves around, finds the comments, and from there it goes back on it, and that's how it pretty much works on it. So look, I'm not going to run this entire process through because I don't want to actually comment on all these posts, but with a bit of strategy and a bit of guidance, you can really use the power of this to kind of offset some of that network building, I suppose, to an extent. Sometimes when you're trying to engage with new accounts, what happens is you get ignored for ages before eventually you get maybe a reply back. So again, it's a good way to kind of get through the groundwork, I suppose, before actually jumping into it. And again, people will be against it, people will be for it, but like at the end of the day, it's making things, the process a bit easier, and growth, the whole lot of it is a bit easier. So we have a list here, obviously, of all the people. I now have a comprehensive list of commenters. Before I go any further, I need to two things from you. What is the info you want to display? So a link. Do you want to reply directly to each comment or send a DM? Here's the comment I found on the post. There's 196 total, which is bang on. And here are the ones that are currently loaded. So like, as I said, you have the opportunity to reach out to them. Now, as I said, I'd imagine Instagram will block too many DMs and stuff like that. So that's something just to keep in mind. But again, look, just showing the tools, however you want to use them, use them. The main aim here is to try and help you understand how AI can actually help your business. So look, we're going to leave it there. If you want to learn more about this and everything else in relation to marketing, I don't just talk about AI. I talk about AI with marketing and how you can actually use both of them together. A lot of people are showing you fancy tools, fancy systems that can do amazing things. The problem is a lot of them are very time heavy in even setting up, and time heavy to use on a daily basis. Everything I show you, I pretty much use myself on a daily basis. So look, again, interested in joining the community, link is below in the description. Join, it's all free to join. Get a bit of information out. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you can leave. So look, thanks very much for watching, and I hope everyone has a great day.